Hello, welcome to the demo of the YourTrainTracker application. So I will actually start the application from the search bar. So when clicking on the icon, it takes me to the login screen. I have the option to register or recover my password for an existing account. I don't have a new account, so I'll register. So the thing is, if I try to register without entering the required inputs, I'll get a associated error message saying that you have to fill out the particular fields. So now I will try to register my new account. Okay, so then I will get a message saying that verification email has been sent. I have to confirm my email. So now I will go to my email to open it up. So now I have to use this link to verify my email address. So now that my email has been verified, I can actually go back and open the application login. So once after a successful login, I get taken to the tracker training info screen. So in this screen, I have buttons that will display data for different categories of search. So if I click on Metro Rail related tweets, I'll get the most recent Metro Rail associated tweets for the last 30 minutes. So these are the list of all the tweets posted by the users who are riding the Metro Rail system. So these are the live tweets that I got from this live API call that I just made. So for each one of these reports, I can actually print the report, or I can actually email the report to myself or to anyone else if in the email. So when I click on the email option, I will get an email template specifying the subject of the report, and the content of the report will be filled with the actual content that I got back from the search. So now I can actually so like I said before, each one of these buttons, when I click on it, the application will trigger a live API call. The application will make a live REST API call to the Metro Hero service. So this web service call will happen to the Metro Hero service, and Metro Hero will send back live data for that fits each one of these categories. So most of the times, the Metro Hero system will either have data or no data at all. So if there's no data returned as part of the live call, then we will be showing an empty message on the dialog. Or if invalid inputs have been entered as part of the live call, then we'll get back an invalid status code. So get trip info. This is one of the live API calls we can make from the YourTrainTracker system once the button is clicked. So get trip info, it asks for the from station code and the to station code. So from station code is the station code for the origin station, and the to station is the station of the destination station. So if I don't know my station codes, I can actually go to the options menu and search for all the Metro Hero station codes. So if I click on the view Metro Rail station codes, I'll be seeing a dialog that shows me a list of all the station names and their associated codes that resides in the Metro Rail system. So for each one of these station names and codes, I can actually print a report. And the report will contain all the station codes and their names, and I can also print the report. Sorry, email the report to myself or anyone else. So an email will be generated that contains the subject of the email, and then also the actual report content. Now, thing is, let's say I want to get the trip info, right? So I want to look at a station code A01 and then A02. So between the origin station of A01 and the destination station code of A02, I can submit for a report. So then I'll get a live report back. So like I said again, I'll reiterate, every time I click on a button, the your train tracker will create trigger a live REST API web service call to the Metro Hero system. So the Metro Hero will get back, will reply back with a response that contains the actual report. So they will either have information or no information at all. So for this trip info response, the Metro Hero system replied back with a response that contained actual report. So for this report, we can also print this, or we can also email this to ourselves. So for each one of these buttons, you can email this report to yourself or print this report. So that's uh, uh, that's it for the get trip info. Now, Metro tweets, like I said, it will give you a list of all the tweets submitted by the Metrorail users that within the last 30 minutes. So also we can get the entire Metrorail system real-time predictions. So if I click on this button, um, now I will get a report generated that contains predictions information, real time predictions for the entire metro rail system for all the trains. So now for each one of this, I can print a report, or I can actually, uh, or I can email this report to myself. Yep. So, yep. So now the next thing is the get all trains report. If I click on it, now I'll see that empty data. So, like I said, when I clicked on this button, the get all trains report, the Your Train Tracker application will invoke trigger a live REST API web service call to the Metrorail system. The Metrorail system in turn will reply back with response data if it contains any information for the search inquiry. The search inquiry that we made was get all the trains report, a report for all the trains that exist in the Metro system. So currently, since there are no reports that exists in the Metro system, we got back empty data. So that's why we showed empty data corresponding message. Now, if there's empty data for any one of the search categories, then the print report will actually show empty report. Now the thing is, you'll see that I'm not able to print in my current HP Office Jet printer because this printer is offline. So we can choose any other printers. We can add any other printers, Wi-Fi printers. So because I don't have a Wi-Fi printer in my home, I'm not able to print from this printer simply because this is not one of those Wi-Fi printers that I can print with. So the other thing is. The next one is a get specific train report. So if I want to get a specific train report, I would have to specify the train ID. So let's say a train ID is 512. I'll get an invalid request because this is the wrong input, or the train report does not exist for this current ID provided. So let's say I submit 001 as my code. It says invalid request. No real-time rider reports currently exist. So I can either get back empty report or invalid response code from the actual Metrorail system. So that's how this app was designed, is to show empty report notification. And then the next one is get all training predictions information. So if I click on this for a specific station, it asks me if I want to generate predictions using scheduled or and real-time data or not. So I decided to click yes. And the station code, let's say one of the station codes is A01. So I want to generate predictions for scheduled and real-time data for this station code. So then I'll get train information of station train predictions for this particular station. So I can print report. Like I said, my current printer is offline. I'm not going to be able to print, so that's why it's not available right now. But if I had an actual printer enabled, then the report would show. So right now I'm able to save this PDF. But the other thing is, what is it? So this one, if I generate the report, I can also send the report to my email. So yeah, so that's one of the things is for each one of these categories, I can print the report or email it. So like I said, again, I clicked on the get all stations report. So when I click on the get all stations report button, it says that there are no real-time rider reports that exist for all the stations in the metro system because it's empty data. Real-time rider reports don't exist within the last 15 to 80 minutes for any of these stations at this time. So I would have to check back later. So the get specific station, if I try to go for a specific station, if I wanted to get a specific station report, I would have to submit the station code. So then, as you can see, it's all zeros. It means that there's this is empty data. There's no report that exists for this particular station. um, and also so yeah, uh, now what I've shown you so far is that for each one of these buttons, when I click on each one of these buttons, it would trigger a different type of REST API call, a web service call to the Metro Hero system, and the Metro Hero system will reply back with a response that contains the actual body of the data that I show out. So a lot of times I'll get back actual response body data, or I'll get empty data, or I will get invalid status errors with the notification saying that it's an invalid request. So that's based on different types of information received. I'm showing this differently. So now I can also call the Metro Hero system. So when I now it gets triggered, the call gets triggered. So the thing is, I can call the Metro Rail system, and thing is, it will the internal mobile system will actually trigger the call to the Metro Rail system. I can also share this app with others, so I can try to share this app with anyone else that I know, anyone outside the app who doesn't have this app yet. So yeah, it gives a recommendation message of the YourTrainTracker, and then it also gives a download link that users can download from. So the other thing is I can see the nearby railway stations. So when I click on the see nearby railway stations, what it does is it calculates my current location. So that GPS, the internal GPS within this device, within this mobile, will detect my current location, latitude and longitude values, and then it will show in the Google search all the nearby stations. So all the nearby stations, railway stations, will be shown here with those train station markers, and the most nearest one will be shown in this red dot over here. So yeah. This is the nearest station, and then I can also search or book for train tickets online. So if I book for train tickets online, it will take me to the actual website where I can search for train tickets. So I can search for one way or trip train tickets. So then I can also view my search history. So what happens is every time I click on one of these buttons, it triggers API call, right? So this API call gets saved as part of my search history. So when I go to the search history, it contains a list of all the searches that I've made from the your tracker training flow screen. So I can delete one of these searches individually, or I can delete the entire search history. So when I clear it, it deletes my entire search history, and when I go back, there's nothing in there for me, no search history. And then also I can delete my account. So I can log out, and then I can also delete my account. And so when I delete my account, it will literally delete all of my account information and delete the account from the system. So now account has been deleted. If I try to log back in, there will be no account available for me to log in with. I'll see an error message. So yeah, there's no user record corresponding at this point. So that is the end of the demo. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.